Hello, this is Reverend Don Lewis coming to you from beautiful Florida. And today our question comes to us from Tika Carr. And Tika writes to ask about mood stones. And you remember mood stones from the famous mood ring craze of the 70s, which I believe was revived later. And Tika's question is, are mood stones actually a stone, or are they merely a chemical substance that changes color with temperature? And in either case, do they have any metaphysical uses? And the answer to this is that no, mood stones are not a stone. They are an effect created by liquid crystals, although I suppose you could arguably consider a liquid crystal to be a kind of stone, but not what we normally think of as a stone. And they are in effect a chemical substance that changes color with the temperature. I believe the term is thermochromic crystals. And in the case of the famous mood rings, these thermochromic crystals were applied behind or within a clear glass cabochon. Now, do they have particular metaphysical properties? Well, they do not have properties in the sense that we might expect from a natural stone such as a carnelian or a citrine or an amethyst, nor do they have properties in the sense that we might expect from a synthetic stone such as a gold stone or a marlinite. In fact, I would have to say that so far as I know, they do not have in their own right a metaphysical property at all. Now, I won't say that it's not possible that they might have such a property that simply has not been explored, but I'm not aware of any. Do they have metaphysical uses, however? Well, that's a very different question. And I would think that they could conceivably have some very interesting metaphysical uses. A great deal of magic relies upon symbolism and upon the sympathetic creation of a physical transformation to represent the magical transformation which is desired. When we burn a piece of paper with our wish written upon it, this is what we're doing. It's sympathetic magic. When we take a piece of tissue paper that we've written our wish on and dissolve it in water, it's the same thing. We're creating a physical representation of the transformation that we desire to occur. And the thermochromic crystals, the mood stones if you would, certainly do represent that kind of symbolic transformation. So I would say that there could certainly be, within the context of spell work and ritual, applications for such a thing. I've never heard of them being used that way, but I see no reason that they could not be. For example, in addition to the famous mood rings, you'll also find, for example, coffee cups that have been treated with these substances, where hidden messages will be revealed when hot liquid is added, or the total color of the cup will change when hot liquid is added. And I would say that if one were to use this in a spell that relied upon water, that would be a very strong symbolism of this transformation taking place. And symbolism, again, is very important in magic. And if you had, for example, a chalice ornamented with mood stones that would change their color when a hot liquid was added, I would think that you could make some very interesting ritual acts out of that. Or even if you were using tea lights and small glass candle holders ornamented with either this substance or with the mood stones per se, so that they changed color when the candle was lit, I think that would be a very effective symbol of transformation and therefore could very much have a magical application in the sense of being that kind of symbolic, sympathetic, magical act that you're using in accordance with your energetic work to bring about the transformation you desire. So, do they have metaphysical uses? Well, in that second sense, I would say the answer is yes. But in the sense of having their own distinct properties in the way that an ordinary stone does, no, I really don't know that they do have such properties. Again, I won't rule out the possibility that it simply isn't known, but I've never heard of such a thing. So that would be my answer to the question. I hope you find it helpful, and until next time, may you blessed be. Reverend Don, super omnibus of incantations and invocations for all occasions. Mary Ann Kay and I created this massive compendium of magic and artwork for you to use in any way that you would like. There are literally hundreds of spells and hundreds of illustrations, which can be mixed and matched and used in many different ways. Check it out now at witchghoulstore.com.